Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout is a tag team match, one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Sparrows Point, Maryland, at 225 pounds, here is steelworker Tim Dyer. His partner is from Greensboro, Maryland, at 235 pounds, Kerry Davis. Their opponents from the heart of Dixie at a combined weight of 525 pounds. Here are Johnny Stonewall Lawler and Bubba Monroe, the Cajun Brawler, both known as Dixie Devastation.
Dixie Devastation making their way to the ring. The Cajun Brawler, Bubba Monroe and Johnny Stonewall Lawler. And I think these two truly believe the South will rise again.
I heard that. Well, we got Johnny Stonewall Lawler, and Bubba doesn't seem too pleased with the audience here.
Waving the
see what these guys got.
Confederate flag proudly.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now, to me, this is not the way to start a match. The last thing you want to do is get the referee going against you.
So disqualify it. He can disqualify you at any time if he wants. Dixie Devastation. Debuting here in the UIW, Universal Independent Wrestling. Dave the Wave here along with Ed Zahn calling the action this week. And action is the word, UIW.
Well, I'll tell you what, as the players in this Universal Independent Wrestling unfold, I'm telling you, we're starting to see some real competitors here. We're starting to see slowly but surely separating the wheat from the chaff here. And this is an important test for Dixie Devastation. We've seen in the past weeks the Hellhounds, we've seen the Lords of Darkness, and these guys got their work cut out for them if they're going to put themselves in a position to be competitors with tag teams like we've already seen.
Steelworker Tim Dyer from right down the road, Sparrows Point, Maryland.
And I'll tell you what, Steelworker's a guy you can't give enough credit. You know, he's really struggled in this
member
business.
of the union, I know that. Proudly, he always proudly lets that fact be known.
And he always gives his best, 100% every time out. And right
with
now,
a hip toss.
He's got
on the big man, Johnny Stonewall. He's in the wrong part of town.
I'll tell you what, they were thinking about doing something to Johnny there, but Pee Wee Yo, right on the money. He had his eyes right in the corner. There was nothing going to go on that time.
Yeah, wait a minute, some dissension.
Bubba says okay.
Now I can tell Johnny's a lot younger than Bubba. Perhaps Bubba is his mentor. Picked him up in a bar somewhere down in Dixie, perhaps. By the look of the size of Johnny's gut, he's been to a few bars in his day as Bubba Monroe goes to work on the steelworker in the corner. Hot and spicy, that's the way they like it down there in the Cajun country.
See, I think that's what was going on. Bubba didn't like the way the momentum was going with Johnny at the opening of the match there, and he decided this was too much at risk here in UIW.
Talking about the tag team scene is really starting to shape up. We saw the Hellhounds. Devastating is the only word I can think of. And before that, the Lords of Darkness. You know, pain and agony.
The Hellhounds. I'm kind of speechless some of the things I saw out of, well, we designated the one Hellhound #1. Just speechless unique, some of the moves that
unique maneuvers. As Johnny Stonewall Lawler with a boot to the gut takes out the Steelman, setting him up for a double underhook suplex.
Oh,
got him.
Sheer determination.
Got the man over.
Sheer determination. You know, I look
He wants this.
at Johnny Lawler, and I'm not so sure which he's more worried about here. Is he worried about the opposition, or is he worried about Bubba?
I don't know. He seems to seek approval.
Well, he got the approval of Bubba there. He went right to the eyes.
Flat of the boot. Kerry Davis not faring too well.
Well, this is the thing about tag team competition, because now Johnny Lawler's got a manager in his corner. Bubba's telling him what to do and keeping them under control, not letting them get away from their goals here in the match.
With a quick drop kick. Surprised me there. It doesn't look like the type that would get up in the air too much, but
good elbow drop.
He loves crawfish. I know that. He came into the building asking where the nearest crawfish stand was, but don't think we have one in the area. Stick to crabs as he bites. That hot, spicy breath, I'm sure.
Dwyer's getting a little fed up with the whole thing now.
He's trying to come in, but I mean, oh, he's biting him again. But the ref is distracted by Tim Dyer. Good teamwork on the part of Dixie's Devastation so far. Devastating they are as he rakes the boots. The Cajun Brawler, Bubba Monroe, brawling his way against Kerry. Hard chop, stinging. Can't make out the tattoos on his arms, but got several. Quick suplex and Kerry Brown. 1, 2, lifted him up. That seems to be a reoccurring theme here in the UIW with some of these teams. They want to dish out the punishment as the Brawler sets him up for a reverse atomic drop. The base of the spine. But Johnny Lawler came in. I don't know if he was tagged in or not.
I was wondering what was going on there because I couldn't figure out why the man didn't drop after the atomic drop. Obviously, Bubba held him up, so Lawler could come in and nail him. Excellent teamwork.
Vicious, horrendous clothesline, setting him up for, this is the Dixie Rush, I believe. Spike pile driver, they call it the Dixie. Oh!
God!
What a rush that was for Kerry Davis. Forget it, it's over. Your winner is Dixie Devastation.
I think we ought to talk to these two guys.
Tim Dyer not too happy. Double team effort on him now. Come on, ref, let's get some order here. The match is over.
I'll tell you, that's not very just rewards. Tim Dyer trying to protect his man, turns around and gets double teamed.
Let's get an official word.
The Cajun Brawler, Johnny Stonewall Lawler.
Your winner is Dixie Devastation. Let's have a word with him.
What can I help you with now?
We're going to get the interview, okay? You want to step on up? The winners of the match, Dixie Devastation, the Cajun Brawler, Bubba Monroe, along with Johnny Stonewall Lawler, the tag team scene, certainly shaping up here in the UIW. Not to take anything away from you guys, but...
Shut up! Shut up!
What about the Hellhounds?
What about the Hellhounds? Who cares about the damn Hellhounds? That's Cajun Brawler, Bubba Monroe. I'm Johnny Stonewall Lawler. And let me tell you, you want me to spit in your face? Huh? Shut your face. Let me tell you something.
Give me that microphone. Let me tell you what. I'm not worried about the Dream Team. I'm not worried about the Lords of Darkness and the Hell. What you talking about, the Hell? What?
The Hellhounds.
There ain't no more hell than what I can make here.
Let me tell you something.
The South gonna start all over.
In 1865, the South might have lost the Civil War, but in 1991, Dixie Devastation will be rolling all around the UIW.
Well, I don't know about the South rising again, but Dixie Devastation
living up to their name here in Universal Independent Wrestling.
Our next match is for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, at 200 pounds, from Woodlawn, Maryland, the Eminizer. His opponent, from Hagerstown, Maryland, at 275 pounds, here is Neil the Power Superior.
Enemizer, I'm not sure, but
it doesn't look like no fuzzy pink bunny rabbit to me. Matter of fact, he looks like he's pretty powerful through the thighs there.
The Power, Neil Superior, his name says it all.
Referee call for the bell.
Definitely spends a lot of time in the gym as the Enemizer opening up. Pearl Harbor job. I don't think a chest that hard, those chops are going to do much good. Neil the Power Superior. Oh, vicious clothesline.
I tell you what, here's an athlete. Look at this man.
I know for a fact that he spends at least 7 days a week in the gym. Eight days if he could, if it was possible.
And he pulls them up. Here we go. We're setting messages again about who's going to be the toughest here in the UIW.
It could be this man, the Power, Neil Superior. He's got the power, those biceps, triceps, quadriceps, lateral dorseps, everything is bulging on this guy.
You know, it's nice. He's very well formed. He's very cut, very defined. And at the same time, he's not that huge and bulky that his muscles
there it
take
goes.
away from his
The
range.
Power right there, pressing that like he pressed him like he was a 20-pound barbell.
Boy, this has got to be it. This has got to be it right here.
Down for the count. Two.
No.
The Enemizer, excuse me. He's fallen, but he got up. Going to work on the Power.
But I got a funny feeling he's going to need help a little bit later.
From the hills of Western Maryland, he catches him. There's only one way to go from here, and that's up.
And up and back.
Atomic knee drop to the base of the spine. Still holding it.
Oh.
That Iguzu kick. The ref got caught on that.
The ref got caught. The ref's okay.
I think he's all right.
I think he is all right. Now there's good sportsmanship. You see Neil, the Superior,
he helped the ref.
He took the time to make sure the referee was all right and turns right back around.
He's an athlete and a gentleman at the same time. Neil the Power Superior setting him up for something. Suplex. Uh-oh.
Oh, my.
The Powerplex. He calls it the Powerplex. If he can get it hooked, it's all over.
Very, very, very dangerous
Here it
move.
goes, up and down to the mat. Powerplex, 1, 2, 3, he got him.
Fantastic, you see the way he hooked that arm and hooked those legs.
Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Neil the Power Superior.
Your winner, Neil the Power Superior.
I think the Eminizer
is finished in this day.
Yeah, the rabbit done died.
Introducing first, from Las Vegas, Nevada, at 230 pounds, here is Brian Fortune.
Brian Fortune back again this week.
His opponent from Pacific Palisades, Hawaii, weighing in at 275 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome King Kalua.
Looks like Fortune still has a handprint from the last time we saw him.
I'll tell you what, I gotta give the guy credit. He's back in here trying again, making a name for himself. But let's see this King Kalua.
He calls himself the #1 free agent in professional wrestling.
Very interesting perspective at this point. And of course, that's why he's here in the UIW.
And like the bounty hunter, maybe he's in it for the money too. I don't know. Free agents usually travel around looking for the biggest payday.
Well, I'll tell you, you got to figure those guys in the NFL and the NBA, when they look at free agency and what it's done for Major League Baseball, it's the way to go.
King Kalua from the South Pacific. Interesting get-up.
Takes his time getting in the ring, looks around, gets a feeling for his surrounding.
Yeah. Doesn't appreciate the fans here
once again.
too much. Dave the Wave here along with Ed Zahn calling the action. UIW Universal Independent Wrestling.
And by the way, while we're waiting for this match to start, you're going to have a report. You're going to be talking to Lou Mann this week about the situation with the bounty hunter.
Oh yeah, President Lou Martin, definitely a promoter.
Yeah, I understand.
Not sure of his title. He's the #1 man here in the UIW, the head honcho. I want to try to get a word in and find out what the ruling is on the, what the deal is with the bounty hunter. Notwithstanding, in the ring right now, King Kalua, the professional wrestling's #1 free agent.
Self-proclaimed, you might add.
Going against Brian Fortune out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Kalua, big man, immediately making his way to the ropes to get out of that back.
I'll tell you what, I think we got a cagey veteran right here.
He's been around the block many times.
Well, now saying that in Baltimore, well, we'll see. Okay, well, we'll hold off on that little comment there.
As he goes to work with an arm bar. King Kalua making his way to the ropes once again, trying to slow down the pace of Brian Fortune.
Very savvy. He sees he's getting in trouble. He sees a little momentum building in his opponent's side, and he gets himself in a position, kind of like, you know, Cal Ripken Sr. in his finer days, calling a little timeout, going out to the mound and talking to the pitcher and trying to get that offense to slow down a little bit.
As King Kalua pounds into the chest of Brian Fortune, wraps him up in the ropes. Referee Pee Wee Yo trying to break it up. Irish whip into the corner. Caught him in a side back,
you know,
crushing.
Fortune saw that coming, and I gotta give him credit. He tried to get out of it, but Kalua just simply overpowered and forced him into the move.
Inexperience versus experience.
Exactly.
Flying lariat type maneuver by King Kalua. Cagey veteran. You know, the UIW is tailor-made for this guy.
Exactly.
With our open door policy, he can come in at any time. Free agents like himself.
This is a perfect example. Here's a man that's been in the business for a few years wrestling, establishing a name for himself up and down the East Coast and across America. Never had the true exposure he'd like. The UIW presenting him with this opportunity, and obviously he's going to make everything he can out of it.
Fist drop right into the face. That's how you break a nose.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to test the mettle of Brian Fortune here, because if the kid don't got it, he ain't going to be back. And right now, he is taking a terrific beating.
Sort of open tryouts here in the UIW as King Kalua drives an elbow,
and, you know,
signaling something there.
You can see this man is always thinking to move ahead. He had 2 great deliveries on him right in a row there. He's constantly on top of what's going on.
King Kalua on top with a closed fist. We'll have to open it up. Wrist disqualification. Oh, you see that? For a second, I thought Brian Fortune might have gotten the best of him there, but he knew where he was. He knew where his opponent was. Experience again. Over the knee, crushing backbreaker. That's how you bust a kidney. King Kalua setting him up. Big knee to the neck.
I'll tell you what.
That's how you break an esophagus. Lifting him up again. Seems to be a reoccurring theme, as I said. Everyone, you know, they're out to prove themselves. UIW, only weeks old, already chock full of talent, like this guy, King Kalua. And this guy, Brian Fortune, with a crucifix cradle, trying to wiggle his way down. Oh, and he turned it into a back suplex.
Oh, man.
He turned it into a back suplex.
Excellent. Brian Fortune's got to be totally confused, got to be totally pushed out of his game plan at this point. Everything he's tried is turned against him. This King Kalua is awesome. I mean,
wrestling
he may not be the biggest man that's been in this ring this evening, but I'm going to tell you what, he's one of the savviest and one of the smartest. He's got obviously a well-rounded background.
Wrestling's self-proclaimed #1 free agent with a driving bulldog. Driving the head of Brian Fortune into the mat, into the canvas. I think Fortune's luck has run out. Setting him up for a pile driver, perhaps. King Kalua, powerbomb!
One of the most effective moves in professional wrestling.
Originated in Japan. Maybe he picked it up when he was wrestling over there. Who knows? This guy's been everywhere.
You know, he doesn't show a lot of the Japanese style. He's more of a power type of wrestler, but obviously
he might have picked that up. You never know. He's wrestling all over the ring. He's setting him up again for something. An atomic knee drop into a I've never seen that done.
That's it. Ring the bell.
That's it. Your winner, professional wrestling's #1 free agent, King Kalua.
Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, King Kalua.
I'll tell you what, this gentleman's very effective, and he's coming over towards the announcing table. What's going on here? I don't know. Why don't you find out what this...
Wrestling's self-proclaimed #1 free agent, King Kalua.
Hey, listen, I want you idiots, when I come into this arena, I want you to bow down. I want you to kneel. So, baby, you bring on your boys. You bring on Sledgehammer. You bring on Neil Superior. You bring up Golden Phoenix, and the same thing is going to happen. 1, 2, 3. I want the belt. Where is it?
Nonetheless, King Kalua.
I want the belt, and I want it now.
King Kalua, professional wrestling's #1 free agent, as he says. Impressive debut here in Universal Independent Wrestling.
I'll tell you what, fans. I'm glad it's him that's interviewing these guys and not me. How you doing, Dave?
Oh, jeez.
Scary individuals.
Trying to clear the spit out of my eyes, but impressive. I don't like, his personality kind of stinks, but he can wrestle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match is for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. First, from York, Pennsylvania, at 185 pounds, here is Reggie Royce.
You can't blame him for trying, though. That's what it's all about here in the UIW. Competition. Competition, desire, heart.
His opponent from Hell's Kitchen in the Bronx, New York, weighing in at 378 pounds, here is the War Pig.
Remember it well. Sonny Steele, is it?
Sonny Steele, there he is, leading them to the ring.
Snake-like individual.
I guess it's pretty easy to have a big mouth when you got something like that standing behind you. I mean, look at this man.
He always carries that briefcase around, Sonny Steele. I'd like to get a peek inside.
Yeah,
I bet you'd find about 30 pounds of lead.
Yeah, somehow I don't think you're going to find contracts and airline tickets and flight schedules in there. Yeah, that just doesn't seem to.
Reggie Royce trying his luck here against the War Pig this week, trying to get a victory.
This is going to, I have to be honest with you here. I don't see him much chance for Reginald Royce here. Why he ever signed a match like this must...
Well, can't blame him for trying. That's what it's all about. Competition. Now, and a quick roll up from behind.
Excellent. Hey, Reggie
Royce on his feet.
Reggie's showing something there.
Maybe he went home, watched the tapes, and learned something.
It's very possible.
The War Pig, that ominous paint on his face, on his lips. Or maybe they're just naturally black. I don't know.
But Reggie, he takes
You never know. Someone from Hell's Kitchen, a nice roll, and a sunset flip on the War Pig. Got him over. Too close to the ropes. Dang. Too close to the ropes.
I would never thought he could have pulled him back over there like that. I thought that was a big mistake. I thought that was the end of the match right there. And look at the frustration on the War Pig.
To say the least. That's embarrassing for a man half his size taking a quick pin almost nearly like that. But I think
Reggie's in trouble now.
Yeah.
Serious trouble now.
There you see him, Sonny Steele, that briefcase. Should the ref even allow it to sit in the corner of the ring like that?
I have no idea what it's doing.
Talk about a power slam with a capital P.
This has got to be it. Now Sonny Steele's talking to the War Pig.
Giving him some sort of instruction.
This is taking advantage. You know, you got to give a guy credit for having the guts to get out in the ring, take on a man like this. You know, Reggie deserves a lot of credit for being in there and to be treated like this with no respect, total disdain on the part of the War Pig and Sonny Steele. And look at this.
Right over the ropes. Here's where those oh, wait, here we go again. We saw this the first week. This little game that they play.
This is it. You know, Sonny Steele must be what we consider a frustrated individual. He obviously doesn't think he's big enough to be in the ring there to compete. You know, he talks about being a tough guy from the streets and how he rose to the top of the streets. And
says he's, I don't know if he's from Hell's Kitchen too, I don't know.
I have to wonder because he doesn't do it. He has his man do everything, and when the pickings are easy, Sonny Steele's there. Any other time, you don't see Sonny Steele getting anywhere near the situation.
But that's what it's all about in Hell's Kitchen, New York, survival, just as it is in the ring here in the UIW. And he slams him down with a 360 style slam maneuver. We should come up with some names for these things. We'll call it the pig prounce.
I'll tell you, I don't know if Sonny's going to like that one. He probably has his own name for it. You know, he claims this stuff. He rose through the streets. He came through the streets. He led the street gangs, became a leader. But for what I'm seeing here,
he threw him right. That could be a disqualification. Referee distracted. There you see Sonny Steele, the ref distracted, and Sonny Steele throwing him back in the ring.
There's no sense here.
Getting
Sonny Steele would have been paying attention. He wouldn't have almost got hit by Reggie Royce. Instead of getting on his man's case for almost hitting him, he turns around, takes it out for Reggie. Reggie's doing the best he can in this situation. I mean, he could ask for the bell, he could ask to quit, but he wants to wrestle. He wants to make it in this business. And
Reggie Royce in dire straits as the War Pig continues to go to work.
This is
pig forearms.
There's no excuse for this. This match should have been over 90 seconds ago, 120 seconds ago.
Seems like some of these guys are out here for a workout.
You know, it's fine to get a message across to these people and let them know that you're tough.
But don't cripple the guy in the process.
Exactly. There's no sense in this whatsoever.
Setting him up for the pig splash. The War Pig whomp. Is all I know
and he pulls him up again. You know, there's no. This is where a referee has to stand in.
There it is. That's it. That driving,
I'm sorry,
400 whatever pounds.
Winner of this match, the War Pig. Our next match is also one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, at 235 pounds, here is sexy Steve Valentino.
Every girl's dream, excuse me. Sexy Steve Valentino kind of rolls off the tongue nicely. Hot pink trunks.
His opponent from Brooklyn, New York, At 236 pounds, here is killer hit Kirk Dread.
Here comes the hit, the killer hit. Kirk Dread. After that disappointing loss to the War Pig in the first week.
Exactly. Well, actually, we've got two gentlemen here with something to prove. Neither one of them have a win under their belts. Both of them have looked very good in the ring. Both of them look like worthy contenders. And
here we are, into the third week of the UIW already.
And this
people vying for spots in the top 10.
And this is our featured main event match of the hour here. Kirk Dread, the killer hit.
The best in professional wrestling, Universal Independent Wrestling. Pee Wee Yo calling for the bell. Here he goes, already starting with the psych out tactics. It's Valentino. Locking up with the killer hit, side headlock. I don't know if he had some oil in his hair or not. He sort of slipped out. Got plenty of it, hair, that is. Referee checking it. See, Steve Valentino said something about oil in his hair, but give me a break.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think you're going to see Kirk Dread being distracted here. I think he should have learned his lesson from the first week with what happened with the War Pig.
Look, he's holding the hair. Look, he's holding the hair. I don't think Pee Wee caught it. Oh! And Kirk Dread certainly had an answer for that as he goes right in with big right hands. Whips him into the corner. Oh! Flew right out with the impact. Steve Valentino is in dreamland as he throws him right out of the ring. Killer hit Kirk Dread. Valentino better get his act together, or it's going to be 1, 2, 3 for him. Maybe he's worrying a little bit too much, scouting for possible dates in the crowd. I don't know. Every girl's dream is Kirk Dread. Quick cover, couldn't quite get him.
Kirk Dread's looking not to make the mistake he made before. He wants to get this 1, 2, 3 and get his record back to 500.
Backdrop sort of to the side there.
Smart move by Kirk Dread, though. Just a slight half step to the side, and it just took Steve Valentino right out of his plans. And he takes it away from him again. I don't know what
Valentino.
I think after twice, Valentino ought to leave that maneuver at home until he finds somebody better to pull that on.
That one back at Lake Michigan as he goes in with a quick sort of knee as Kirk Dread pounds away.
I think he caught the bottom of the ribs cage there, and it was just enough to slow Valentino down because Kirk came right out. He knew he missed it. He knew he didn't have all of it. He came right back out and got on his man.
Double-fisted hammer into the face and a cover. No. He's got a powerful upper body, Steve Valentino. He's a big guy. Again, he can't be any more than 22, 23 years old, but he's here in the UIW trying to make a name for himself with a quick snapping suplex. Impressive matches we've had so far. Just excitement. I love it. Choking him. He's got 5 seconds to break it. If Pee Wee reaches 5, he's going home with the short end of the pay. Believe that.
Well, here's that move again where Kirk picked him up and threw him across the ring. Now that is absolutely incredible. Wow. Well, here's Valentino now.
Sexy Steve with a sexy slam, I guess you could call it.
Got to give this guy credit.
Another elbow. Popular maneuver here in the UIW. Cover. Hooks the leg. 2 count only. Fans behind Kirk Dread all the way. They hate the arrogance of this Steve Valentino. Ooh. Oh, you hear that? Was that a vertebrae or just skin? Another elbow. He's so good with that quick elbow, Kirk Dread. 2 count again. So close. The killer hit. Kirk Dread in control once again, setting him up for a suplex, maybe? Yes! Oh! Didn't even drop down himself, just dumped him like a sack of...
Spun him and drawn. You know, that's an excellent
potatoes,
move.
I guess.
It's a double effect move.
Count again.
Sexy Steve, he knows what's at stake. He's going to take the pounding. He's looking for any way he can to win here. But that move of Kirk Dredge, you get that dizziness as well as the stunning of hitting the mat. That's an excellent move.
As he goes to work, trying to lay some chops in. Finally makes contact. Skull saw some skin fly off on that one. Takes him to the corner. Ooh, another clothesline. Very popular move. I guess you can't blame him. It's effective.
It's effective. It's easy. It's quick. You can pull it just about anywhere and throw that arm up and catch somebody with it.
You know, right there, I was just, all that hair in his eyes. I think he maybe was blinded there for a second as he dropped his head. His hair hung in his eyes. I don't think he saw Steve coming, as he's paying for it now. Sexy Steve Valentino with some
You know, the thing is,
chops.
That hair's a very good point. As Steve works him over in the corner, because if that hair wasn't in his eyes, he might have went down too early and left Steve know he was sitting there waiting for him, because Steve was able to counteract it.
Crushing elbow, Kirk Dredge is down. Valentino closing his fist, popping him right on the tip of the forehead, hooking the leg, Pee-wee-o down.
Another
And
two
a
count.
2 count.
Kirk Dredge's determined not to go to 0-2 here in the UIW.
First chin lock, Sexy Steve Valentino trying to wear Kirk Dredge down, so he can get that pinfall. Not an easy thing to do. Ref's gonna have to check and see if it's a choke. Don't think it is. Again, look at the hair all in his face. I mean, that could even make it hard to breathe. I don't know.
Well,
Steve
you know,
Valentino.
that might work in Kirk's favor too, because Steve Valentino can't look into those eyes and
True.
decide that he's got his hand where he wants
Good
to.
point. As he drives another double fist to the skull area. Sexy Steve down for the count, 2 count only once again.
Steve wants that
2
win.
counts all over the place, but that elusive 3.
Oh, got way up there, way up there. He might have, that might have landed in the nose. Not just the chin, he might have had him in the nose.
As the legend once said, high elevation. Takes him to the ropes again. Oh, reversed it, Kirk Dredge. Caught him in midair with a power slam.
Yes.
Down for the
I'll tell you what, Kirk caught him sleeping there. Steve was a little nonchalant bringing him out of the ropes. Steve's going to try it again. This time Kirk goes with it.
Oh, there's that spinning slam.
Oh,
we saw
another
the first
spinning
week.
move.
1, 2.
Oh, this could be
Stupidity.
This could be a big mistake
His
here.
cockiness, his inexperience showing. Trying to impress the girls, maybe. I don't know. Oh, Kirk Dredge with a quick. He got the 3 count.
Got the 3 count.
Oh, surprise, Sexy Steve with a flying cross body block out of nowhere.
And the crowd obviously.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, killer hit, Kirk Dredge.
Look at Steve. Steve's having a little bit of a
He
fit here in
is
the ring.
not happy of going into opposing.
What a main event. Let's.